Hey everyone, I'm Derek. Welcome back to Body Matter channel. Today we are going to discuss about one of the elements in the spiritual body dowsing chart called Revokes, Vows, curses, agreements to self and others from the past lives. So what are the vows, curses and agreements that we make, whether consciously or unconsciously, to ourselves or others? What are they? How do they influence our life? And can we ever truly break free from them? Stick around, because by end of this video, you will have a clearer understanding of these powerful aspects of our personal and collective consciousness. Let's start with the basics. What exactly are vows, curses, and agreements? In simple terms, vows are promises or commitments we make, either to ourselves or to others. Think of wedding vows, religious pledges, or even personal promises like "I will always be successful." These are often made with good intentions, but can sometimes trap us if we're not aware of their deeper implications. Negative vows can be something like vows of poverty. A person might unconsciously vow to remain poor, believing that wealth is evil or that they do not deserve financial abundance. This can lead to self-sabotage behaviors and a persistent lack of financial stability. Curses, on the other hand, are negative beliefs that are intended or believed to bring harm or misfortune. They can be spoken aloud, silently internalized, or even inherited through cultural or family lines. Imagine a scenario where someone feels deeply wronged by another person. In a moment of intense anger and hurt, they might utter a curse like, "May you never find happiness and always be surrounded by sorrow." This curse is intended to bring about negative consequences for the person it is directed at, causing them to experience ongoing unhappiness and misfortune. In many cultures and spiritual traditions, curses are believed to have real power and can affect the lives of those they target. The belief in the power of curses can be so strong that it influences the behavior and mindset of both the person who casts the curse and the person who is cursed. This can create a self-fulfilling prophecy where the negative expectation and fears associated with the curse manifest in reality. It's important to note that curses can be both intentional and unintentional. Sometimes negative thoughts or words directed at someone can act like a curse, even if that wasn't the original intention. This is why it's crucial to be mindful of our words and thoughts, as they can have a significant impact on ourselves and others. Finally, agreements are contracts, sometimes spoken aloud, sometimes implicit, that bind us to certain behaviors, beliefs, or patterns. This can be self-imposed or made with others, like societal expectations, cultural norms, or personal commitments. Agreement to stay in a toxic relationship. An individual might agree to stay in a relationship that is harmful or abusive, believing that they deserve the mistreatment or they cannot find a better partner. This agreement can prevent them from seeking healthier and more fulfilling relationships. All of these vows, curses, and agreements revolve around one core idea. They are physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual contracts. And understanding them is key to personal growth and healing. When we initiate a vow, curses, or agreements, it created within our four bodies first, before sending it to someone else. So in a way, it is a self-harming and curses practice. Words are incredibly powerful. In many spiritual traditions, words aren't just sounds, they are energetic tools that shape reality with the power of four bodies. When you make a vow or curse, you are creating a mental blueprint that can influence your actions and belief. For example, if a parent constantly says you are useless over a child, that expression becomes a verbal curse that can shape the child's self-esteem and future behavior. Conversely, a heartfelt vow like "I will always protect my loved ones" can motivate positive action but can also create burden if taken too literally or excessively. Furthermore, our subconscious minds takes these spoken words seriously, often internalizing them as undeniable truths. This is why breaking curses or vows require more than just willpower. It often requires healing, forgiveness, and reprogramming. How do these contracts form? Vows, curses, and agreements form in many ways. Some are conscious, made through deliberate decisions, such as marriage, vows, or personal resolutions. Others are unconscious, established through repeated beliefs or inherited cultural narratives. For example, a person might unconsciously agree with the idea "I am not good enough" because of the childhood experience or society conditioning. This agreement then becomes a limiting belief that shapes their choices and perceptions. Curses can be inherited from family lineage, cultural stories, or even spiritual curses believed to be passed down through generations. These are often embedded deep in our subconscious and can influence us without us even realizing it. The good news is, all of these contracts are made of energy and can be changed, healed, or released. Recognizing when we bound by these agreements. So how do you know if you are under the influence of vows, curses, or agreements? Here are some signs. Repeating pattern of failure or self-sabotage. Unexplained feelings of guilt, shame, or fear. Holding on belief like "I'm not worthy" or "I can't succeed." Feeling trapped or unable to move forward despite efforts. Repeating negative saying or stories about yourself or others. So if your partner always nagging and negative talk toward you, you might be cursed. Self-awareness is key. Pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. If you notice recurring negativity, it's worth exploring whether certain vows or curses are at play. How to break free from these contracts with body matter? Now, you might be wondering, can I really break free from these vows and curses? Absolutely. It begins with awareness and intentions. In this case study, Mr. A using the body matter and it pointed to spiritual body charts and swing to the element called Revokes, vows, curses, agreements to self and others from the past lives. He asked if he have vows, curses, agreement to self or other from the past life need to revoke. the pendulum swing to yes signal. So Mr. A asks further, what are the underlying energy to research and identify in order to revoke? Spiritual body, clear energy imprints, past and future. Mental body, abandonment. Emotional body, giving up. From the body matter 4 bodies charts research, the main underlying energy that powering the curses and vows are abandonment and giving up, and suggests to clear these imprints that affect the past and future for Mr. A. Based on Mr. A's feedback, these abandonment and giving up patterns also attracting and affecting him throughout his life experiences. Recognizing and addressing these negative elements within 4 bodies can help individuals break free from limiting patterns and create more positive and empowering beliefs and behaviors. If we just clearing the vows, curses, and agreement without recognizing the underlying energies, most of the time the clearing won't hold and it will come back again. Based on this study, spirit also indicate to replace and transform abandonment and giving up frequency to opposite like fulfill and love consciousness. So clearing might not enough, as you may need to replace something back. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe for more body matter insights. See you next time.